My name is Rajaram Desai. I am a IIT Bombay alumnus. Lived in US, as you say, they like fellow IITians living American dream. 4 years back, I came back and joined a department in IIT Bombay called SITARA, Center for Technology Alternatives for Rural Area. And that was focused on providing technology solutions to the basic problems of the bottom 80% population of rural India. And so basically drinking water, energy, livelihoods, that kind of thing. So this has been a phenomenal journey for me for 4 years. But the main question that I was struggling with is that whether we are talking about the technology, whether this technology can be used to generate tangible value for the small and marginal farmers who have been like neglected a lot. Everybody knows about it. Not that I know all the solutions, but can it be used? That was the question that we are struggling with. So then 3 years back we started toying with this idea, and then I didn't want that to be, not in NGO mode, not in charity mode, not in a kind of a philanthropic mode, but real business model, and that to a sustainable and scalable business model. That was the question that we are thinking about. And that is where we started with Pauta. Pauta, as you know, it is a bin. It is absolutely insignificant, powerless, you could look at it, but its value can be perceived when it is in quantity. So that is the basic idea. Next. So what we are doing here is basically we are trying to develop an innovative platform, and we are saying that technology can be used with e-aggregation of the farm produce and then connect with bulk buyers, and that way we can try to compress the supply chain. And then when we get this data about the supply and demand, then we should be able to get a better price realization for the farmers. And going forward, we can actually get these farmers into demand-driven agriculture, and so that we can mitigate the risk and all that. I mean, that we will be going forward into, say, for floriculture or exotic vegetables and all that. So that is the concept actually. But the mere concept is not enough, right? So we wanted to understand actually what is happening at the dynamics of the marketplace. So as you know, fueled by economic growth and the urban lifestyles, basically there is lot of demand that is coming out for the agriculture produce. But the key thing on there is that the supply and the quality, assured supply. Whereas on the other side, what is happening is there is a fragmentation of land holding, and bigger farmers are becoming smaller farmers. So there is a lot of inefficiency in this model, and there is a divergent trend. And we could see that with Pauta, through a technology platform, we should be able to bridge this kind of thing. Next. So this is this thing, like, Pauta is like a web-based technology. It is not like a great technology or something, but basic requirement, basically, that we should be able to do online and offline data exchange. The supply chain players should be able to plug into this, and based on the data, they should be able to do this. Then as I said, for sustainability, we roped in the farmer-producer companies into this model. Because directly the end farmers, they are scattered all over, they are not in a position to meet this kind of a demand. And so what happens is, on one end, the farmer-producer companies will aggregate the demand for these farmers and then buy crops or whatever, and then store the profiles of these farmers. On the other side, the bulk buyers and others, they can register on the platform, and they will say basically register their demands by category and volume and the quality and grade, those kind of things. And then matchmaking will happen on the Pauta. It will productize service or ASP model that we are looking at, and Pauta will collect the service charges. And once we establish this digital rail, then we can actually be in a position to basically, it is a two-way traffic, and we can actually get, many other value-added services like, FMCG, consumer durables, banking services, insurance and that kind of this thing, and rural handicap, handlooms, those kind of products on the other end. So that is the idea. So next. So where do we stand now? We have actually field tested with a few FPO this concept. Actually last year we sold a few tons of organic oranges with sorting, grading, packing, branding and all that to a bulk buyer in Mumbai. Then we have, with the help of Maharashtra Government Agriculture Marketing Board, we have already have service agreement in 6 specialized FPOs in horticulture. And then this kind of basically business requires lot of ground level connect, which we already have. And then our business model has been validated by SAIL, it has gone through this thing, and then ICRISAT Hyderabad has offered to mentor this one. So that is where we stand. And we are ready to actually launch the operations. So Pauta team, I am Rajaram Desai, another my friend Hemant Karandikar is an ex-MD of Indian arm of a global company. But the real, actually the people, what we need is the ground people and domain expertise. So my friend Sunil partner Sunil Tambe, he is an ex-RML, Reuters Market Light. He has 10 years of experience over there. And 2 team members, they have also from, so last 1 year they have been relentlessly working on the field to actually go ahead on this. So these are some of the financials actually. We have done very conservative estimate, like 1% to 8% shares in 5 years in this limited geography, and then we can cumulative revenue of 18 crores, that's what it shows. And then but the transaction value goes from 12 crores to 350 crores. So that is the financial at this point. Actually we are ready to launch the operation, so we are here for the funding, and 2 years projection shows that we need about 1.8 crores of funding, and this will be mainly used, 40% of it will be used for operation, 30% for platform enhancement and customer service that we have to rope in, and the 30% for basically this NGO, I mean the FPOs, mainly they are in NGO mode, that last 2 years we have been working with them, and to bring them into the business model. So business mode, that is the where we have to spend lot of effort, and we have to extend them, these FPOs, to the last end of the farmers with the DSA, direct selling agents, and that kind of a model. So that is where this fund will be spent. Thank you.
Mr. Shah, I think this is up your alley. We invest in startups developing breakthrough technologies for food and agriculture, precision agriculture, big data, supply chain, food supply and nutrition. I think kind of fits it.
No, absolutely right. It's probably fairly early for us. I mean, we generally come once it's slightly
Later stage.
But I think one feedback is that, I mean, a lot of guys are doing this. I mean, at least I've seen 35 startups pitched to me over the last 12 months on this. Not really sure how it's differentiated. Everyone claims that there are a few thousand farmers here and there. No one's trying to solve the problems of farmers, right? He doesn't have issues about getting access to markets. He has issues of getting the right price. Right? It's all about getting the right storage at the farm gate. So he can save 2 or 3 months, he can store for 2-3 months, where he's able to get a higher price rise. Every agri crop in this country gets a price trough and price increase and price trough. So farmer would like to sell it here, but he's being forced to sell here. How are you guys going?
So that is where I am saying, first of all, a farmer producer company is there. They are the
farmer producer company in this country have failed. To be honest, you can tell anyone it's not going anywhere. You ask every government enterprise in private, they say, uska kya karna hai? So this is a hard reality.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've been living in this sector for many years, right? So, so FPOs, the problem is they don't know how to sell it. They don't know how to store it.
Yeah, that is what I am saying, that they are, they are in that NGO mode, but I mean, we have to get it, we have been working with some FPOs and we are getting them into the business mode. And some of these experiments, we have limited field trials, but we have been, basically now farmers, individual farmers cannot sell it. We can have the e-commerce the same, but that doesn't work. Right?
Farmers needs money, cash flow management.
Yeah.
If you are going to give him money, then there is a value in what you do. He has a problem of working capital cycle. That's his biggest problem. And the problem of storing in the right and selling at the right price. Rest of things is manageable. He knows what to produce, when to produce. He's a better businessman than you and I can be.
But that is where the farmer producer companies
So
or the government they can provide
So
this kind of.
if you can bring someone in the financing of working capital and work with farmers, I think it becomes more sustainable. If you keep that piece out, it's not sustainable.
But how do they, I mean, basically the farmers, how do they, in that current supply chain, it is very, because
that's
of the
the reason-
inefficiency, they are not able to get their
So that's the
price.
reason your Adatiyas and Pakka Adatiyas there, right? They need working capital cycle. Banks don't give it, NBFCs don't give it, MFIs don't give it. They all give for consumption or for against the land banks, which farmers generally don't have it.
Can we take
Okay.
this discussion to lunch?
All right,
With that.
thank you.
Please spend some time.